Hey everyone, this is GuitarSlam, finally back to make a new deck list for you guys. This is one of two new decks that I have. This is my Macro Monarch deck. I want to dive right into it, so here we go. First card is 3 DD Survivors. This is the main card that I tribute in the deck, 1800 attack, and when he's removed from play, he'll come back during the end phase, so hopefully I can remove him from play when he's tributed. And then during the end phase, I'll get him back, so after that one turn, I'll have usually a Monarch, and then this guy, so it's 2400 attack and 1800 attack monsters, and I've never actually lost anything because I got my tributed monster back. Next card is 1 DD Scout Plane. Has the same effect as DD Survivor, but he only has 800 attack, so I only run one of him, but he's still a good card to tribute. Next up is 2 Banisher of the Radiance. This is one of the ways I remove cards from play, because when he's faced up on the field, all cards sent to the graveyard are removed from play instead. So 1600 attack, he can usually survive for a pretty good amount of time, and he'll just fuel the whole remove from play idea in the whole deck. Next up is 1 Raise of the Storm Monarch. I got this guy on my birthday from a booster pack, so I think this guy is really, really awesome. And he actually is. He's limited down to 1 because he's so powerful. 1 tribute, 2400 attack, and when he's normal summoned, I return 1 card in the field to the top of its owner's deck. So I can usually send a card on my opponent's side of the field to the top of their deck, so I control their draw phase, and then have this guy attack directly, hopefully, because I've returned a monster, and I usually try and get this guy out early. That's like the main idea. Then after that is 1 Chaos the Shadow Monarch, 2400 attack, and when he's tribute summoned successfully, I can remove from play 1 card on the field, and if it was a dark monster, I inflict 1000 damage to my opponent. So it's kind of like a little burn idea if it's a dark monster, but even if it wasn't a dark monster, or if it was a spell or trap, that just helps him attack. So he's good for this deck. Then 1 Mobius the Frost Monarch, 2400 attack, just like all the Monarchs. And when he's tribute summoned successfully, I can destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards, so I don't actually have to destroy any spell or traps because of that up to section. Or I could just destroy 1, so he's flexible in what he can destroy, and he can hurt my opponent. 1 Flestoius the Firestorm Monarch, and when he's tribute summoned, I send a card from my opponent's hand to the graveyard or remove from play if I can remove it from play. And my opponent will take burn damage equal to the level of the monster discarded times 100 if it's a monster, or if it's a spell or trap, it's just discarded. But if it's removed from play, my opponent doesn't take any damage. Marsh Milan, one of them, can't be destroyed in battle, and when it's attacked while it's face down, my opponent will take 1000 damage. So it's a little bit of burn, and then since he's not destroyed by battle, he'll just sit there waiting to be tributed. Then 1 Spirit Reaper, just like Marsh Milan, can't be destroyed in battle, so he'll just sit there waiting to be tributed. And when he attacks directly, successfully, my opponent discards a card from their hand, so it affects their hand, and like I've said, just waits to be tributed. So him and Marsh Milan are good for this deck. Golden Homunculus, 1 tribute, 1500 attack, 1500 defense, and he'll gain 300 points attack and defense for each card removed from play that I control on my side of the field. So he can follow the same DD Survivor tribute idea, and he'll really be able to go up in attack points. If I just have a few cards, or maybe a pretty good amount of cards, he can go up to 4000 attack points really easily. So that's why I like him if I need a big beat stick. Then I run 2 Grand Maju de Izas, and this card has question mark for attack and defense, but he'll gain attack points times the number of monsters I have removed from play by 400. So he doesn't have a base attack, but he gets more monsters removed from play for his attack higher. So if I need to tribute a monster, I use Golden Homunculus. If I can afford not to, I'll just use Grand Maju de Iza. And then I run 2 Dimensional Alchemists, and this card fuels remove from play, amount of cards removed from play for Golden Homunculus and Grand Maju de Iza, because when I take the top card from my deck and send it to the remove from play pile, he'll gain 500 attack points and go up to 1800. So, like I said, he'll fuel the amount of cards removed from play. Sometimes I only run 1 of this guy and I'll put in a DD Warrior Lady, but most of the time I run 2 of these. Next up is 2 DD Assailants. 1700 attack, and when this card is destroyed, I remove this card and the card that destroyed this from battle. So I add cards that are removed from play pile, and I get rid of an opponent's powerful attacking monster. Then I have 2 Bazoo the Soul Eater, 1600 attack, and he'll gain 300 attack points for each monster that I remove from play from my graveyard, up to 3 per turn. And he'll keep his attack point boost for my turn and my opponent's turn, so he'll be powerful for 2. And he, since he has 1600, if he removes 1 monster from play, it's 19, 2 it's 21, and 3 it's 25. So for no tributes, he's really good, and he'll clean monsters out from my graveyard, putting more in the remove from play pile. 1 Neospatian Grand Mole. This guy's just used to control my opponent's field because I can summon him, attack, activate his effect, and send both cards back to my hand and my opponent's hand. So I control what my opponent has and really hurt them if they've tributed for that monster already, because then I send it right back to their hand. They'll have to tribute them to get them out again. And the last monster is 1 Exiled Force. Summon this guy, then I can tribute him to destroy any card in any monster on my opponent's side of the field, and he's searchable through the deck in ways I'll explain later. So he's kind of a little bit of a toolbox, but we'll get to that. And then for the spells, first spell is 3 Dimensional Fissures, and this card will remove all monsters from the field to the remove from play pile. So while it's not as versatile as Macro Cosmos or Banisher of the Radiance, it's still really good. Then we have 2, let's separate them, 2 Reinforcements of the Army. And this card will allow me to take 1 level 4 or lower warrior monster from my deck and add it to my hand. So I can take a DD Survivor, DD Assailant, or Exiled Force, add them to my hand, depending on which is better for the situation. So I thin my deck and then get me a good card. Next card is 2 DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnations, which is really just a premature burial for the remove from play pile. Discard 1 card and I special summon a card from the remove from play pile, so it's just good in all the ways that premature burial is. Brain Control, give up 800 life points to take over 1 monster on my opponent's side of the field. And this is a good way to tribute because I take control of my opponent's monster tribute. My opponent has lost a monster already, and I have a really good monster on my side of the field. So I usually use that in that way. I don't just use it to take control of an opponent's monster. Enemy Controller, I usually only use the effect that switches my opponent's monster's battle position. And I use this kind of like another trap card, just because it'll stop that monster's attack. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. And since I don't run Heavy Storm, because I wouldn't want to destroy a Dimensional Fissure or Macro Cosmos, this card becomes even more important because there's only 1 of them. So I really have to wait for when the right time is. 1 Lightning Vortex, discard 1 card, destroy all face-up monsters on my opponent's side of the field. And this card can just clear my opponent's field, and if I use it in conjunction with Return from a Different Dimension, I can usually end the game right there, but I'll get to that in a little bit. And the last spell card is a Nobleman of Crossout, and I remove from play a face-down monster on my opponent's side of the field. And I usually don't worry about the secondary effect of removing the other ones, but it adds to remove from play pile and opens up the field for hopefully a Monarch or something like that. Then going to the trap cards, I have 3 Macro Cosmos. This is the 3rd way to special summon to remove cards from play. So because this card will remove from play all cards sent from the field to the graveyard, so it's just like Banisher of the Radiance. And I mean, it's really important to the deck. I mean, it's even in the name, Macro Monarch. Then 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, just remove from play when a monster on the opponent's side of the field with 1500 or more attack when it's summoned. So it's just a good way to destroy it and then remove it from play. Return from a Different Dimension. I give up half my life points. There's only 1 of these because the mid-format changes. So I give up half my life points to special summon as many monsters that are removed from play on my side in my remove from play pile as possible. And then during the end phase, those monsters are destroyed. And I usually only activate this card when I can win that turn, because I'll activate it during the battle phase. And like I said earlier, if I play it in conjunction with Lightning Vortex, I wipe my opponent's side of the field, activate the special summon, and attack for game. I run 1 Karma Cut. just discard one card, remove from play one face-up monster on my opponent's side of the field, and then remove from play any cards in my opponent's graveyard with the same name. I use this kind of like another Sakuretsu armor just to destroy an opponent's monster and then remove it from play. And it just fills up the remove from play piles, which is, hopefully you can see, has been a reoccurring theme in this deck. And then the last card is one Sakuretsu armor, just destroys an opponent's monster when it declares an attack. So it's good just because it helps protect monsters I might want to tribute, or just destroys my opponent's big monsters. And that's the deck, my Macro Monarch deck. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments or criticism, anything. Remember, I don't have very much money anymore for cards, so I can't really make that many adjustments. So I'll hopefully try and get a deck up, a duel up for this deck soon, and I'll put up another deck list for my other new deck, which you guys will see soon, hopefully. So see you guys later.